Hey.
Hello. Hour 22. Your entire walk is old enough to drink in America. Just realized.
Yeah, and I see the sun is starting to come up behind you. That's lovely. You've made it through the night unscathed, from what I can tell.
Surviving.
No
Surviving.
paranormal experiences, no ghosts, no bears.
There's some mud. Does mud count?
No.
Not really.
Isn't that a English British classic?
Did you get to break out your wellies for the mud?
We've not got to that bit yet, I don't think.
Okay.
We think it will be light by the time we get to the bit that we think is really muddy.
Okay.
So far, we've just been able to avoid it by stepping around it.
Very good. You did actually have an AMA question, and I already know the answer to it because you talked to Mariko about it. But both Kira and actually my mother, who emailed me earlier in the day, inquired as to whether you're wearing sunscreen. And I know you were yesterday, but when will you be reapplying for today?
Oh, that is a good. Well, God, you know what? I'd really like to not have to.
So that's a sunburn for Jake Archibald. Check.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. I think that is the way it's going to go.
Is it easier doing this walk in the dark at night when it's cooler?
Yes. So I think one of the things that has really messed us up in terms of time and energy and everything has been just like it's been hotter than it's been recently.
Mm-hmm.
So it's we've had the worst of both because it's been like raining for all the run up to it to make the ground like shit, and then today it's been like the searing heat. So we've had all of the like.
Did anybody faint? Is everybody okay?
We have passed a few people just kind of at the side being tended to by medical people. There's been a few space blankets deployed. So obviously feel sorry for them, but on the other hand, you kind of like could be worse.
It could be worse, and also like it's good that people stop at some point if they're feeling bad rather than pushing through it. So.
Yeah. Yeah,
by the way, now that I'm looking at you with like your head torch on, walking through the dark, sort of seeing your face, I'm getting this like very strong imagery of like you walking through a cave, like a cave spelunker, like in the dark, just like.
I think spelunking is one of the most horrifying ideas of a pastime ever. I don't know how Jake feels about that, but I think it's not a terrible idea.
Spelunking the one where you're going to drown.
It's the one where you go in caves, and they tend to be quite wet caves, so they're often filled with water.
Yeah, it's like worst nightmare territory.
I mean, in general, most cave experiences to me are bad. Like either you're like those poor children who got stuck in a cave, or like if you're a miner, the cave collapses on you. If you're spelunking, you might like nothing good happens in a cave.
I feel that way too. Yeah, I'm not sure why anyone would want to go into one for fun.
My
it's a big hole
really
underground.
Started and ended with Tomb Raider 1.
Yes.
Triangle tits, aggressive triangle tits.
Triangle tits.
I've been seeing people.
Sunrise.
Yeah,
I can hear the birds tweeting. We're getting a nice wildlife effect now. It's lovely.
The birds are on Twitter, Francis.
What? No, that's not good.
I've been hanging out with fathers all weekend, so it's been really rubbing off on me really badly.
But it is nice to see the sun rising up behind Jake. It feels like, you've made it through a tough thing.
Maybe it'll pep you up with energy.
Yeah. So what's your prediction then for finish time? Do you have a feeling?
I don't know. So 7:20 would be 24 hours. I mean, maybe we could sort of do 9:30. I'm just sort of guessing though. Just
that's not that bad.
That's not that bad. It'd be nice to wrap up before the sun gets back to its apex. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be light.
You might not know this. This is probably more of a question to Google, but Alex asked, what percentage of people usually finish a walk like this that start? Do you know?
I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll Google that and we can have a look. I just,
Yeah. There are people who run it. Like, there's been people running it, which just, kind of it takes away from your own achievement a little bit.
Jake, I want to give you back all the achievement. I would die after, I would say, 10 kilometers most likely.
You could do 10K.
Like
Not
yeah,
running,
but
maybe.
but the other thing is like I don't want to be alone for 10 kilometers with my brain. Like I will turn back and be like, absolutely not. Like the Netflix has finished. I don't get any more. No.
That is why, because obviously this is the last call. Should
Yes.
make that clear, right? This is the last one I
Yeah.
wasn't doing. From now on, I might just do some updates every.
Yeah,
now and
I was going
then.
to say if anyone's bared with us for this whole 6-hour stunt,
First of all, why? And second of all, bless you.
yeah, thank you very much. But if you do want to keep up with what Jake is doing for the next few hours, he'll probably tweet. At the very least, I'm sure somebody will take a photograph as they load him into the ambulance. So we'll know either way how it's turned out.
Is Jen still around? Are you?
Yeah,
do you have
how's
any
the rest of your
friends?
crew? Are they all okay?
Yeah, so Ingvar went way ahead. He's off doing his own thing, so he's gonna finish it sooner than us. This is a really difficult balancing bit through some mud. So and then the rest of us were still in the same group and doing the work. Like it's we're all right. Like I mean, everyone's tired, right?
Yeah.
It's been a long day. The 24-hour mark is going to hurt because that's just like, I don't know, it's just a horrible landmark of doing the same shit for 24 hours. It's not high on my list of things I would want to do for 24 hours straight. But,
being with yourself, I know. I'm kidding.
but the spirits are like relatively high. We're we do have that feeling that we're heading towards the finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're almost there. You've made it through the toughest part. You've got through the night. It's
What
just
are your
determination
now?
What are your
We're in
plans
the
when
sort of
you?
areas where we practiced. Sorry.
Right.
No, finish. I was gonna say, what are your plans when you arrive in Brighton? Do you have any other than sleeping for the next?
Yeah.
24 hours?
What's the first thing you'll do when you cross the finish line?
Well, apparently, there's a glass of champagne.
Very nice.
Whether I'll be interested in it or not is another.
Wow, after not sleeping for 24 hours, that glass of champagne is gonna kick you on your ass.
Yeah, it's really the thing I would have quite enjoyed about 12 hours ago. But yeah.
Actually, Jeremy Keith did ask, which beer would you most savor drinking right now? Like, what would you really like?
Yes, well, Phil Hawksworth asked me that question, but I don't know if we lost it because of like some terrible connection issues. Because we did.
Well, you might have changed your mind in the last 12 hours anyway.
I mean, my beer of choice will still be Beavertown Gamma Ray. It's a really, really nice IPA. I know IPAs are boring now, but it is a really nice one. So. Yeah.
I can hear Jen warning you about a branch. Don't walk into that.
She warned me about the branch and I still headbutted it.
Francis and Mariko and I, we had brunch at a really nice place in Brighton.
Where did we go?
Was it Bill's?
Francis wasn't there. Never mind. Francis was at home with Jake doing a late night thing. We were there for FFConf, so it was actually Jen Schiffer and Mariko and Alice and I think.
Oh.
Interchangeable women in Monica's life, clearly.
I mean, the fact that I've confused you with Alice should be a compliment. You're welcome.
I agree. Yeah. Sorry, Alice. So will you get to have like a brunch, have a bit of breakfast, something to get you back home? Because are you staying in Brighton now, or will you go straight home?
Straight home. So Jen's parents are going to pick us up.
Oh.
Take us back, and whether the first thing I do is shower or whether the first thing I do is just climb into bed, I guess I'm just going to let the mood take me.
Yeah. Well, that's nice of them.
Jen offered an answer to that.
What did Jen say?
Jen, what was that?
You're not getting into bed in 6 hours.
I think I'm definitely being told to shower before bed.
You can sleep in a spare bed on the sofa.
Can we have 5 more hours of interviews, but with Jen this time? I think that's gonna.
Yeah, it is really her turn, isn't it? I'll get her up on the system.
Because I know you and Jen both trained really hard the last year. I know Jen was training very hard. So does it feel like this is all built up to this moment? Are you achieving your goals?
Well, because we were going to do this last year, right? Like, this was a last year thing, but then 2020 happened, and so yeah, it kind of feels like a long time coming. Don't really know what we do with our weekends after this. I guess we have to do like chores and stuff. Oh, well, the nice thing is the pubs are open again, so now we can do walking for fun.
Oh,
that is
that sounds
Back to
lovely.
the normal.
joining pubs up in the countryside, which is a much more civilized way of doing this.
Walking with
Because
a
there have been
purpose.
zero pubs in the whole 24 hours.
Well, you might start seeing them because if you get there around like 7, I assume there's some weird pubs that open at like 8 a.m. on a Sunday.
Well, the Weatherspoons notoriously opens very early. The Weatherspoons chain.
For those
Oh,
Jakes who are walking in the
goodness.
middle of the night.
Well, they you can go in there for a breakfast, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, airport spoons is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna, if it's a nice day, I'm probably gonna sit in my garden. Or
With your
or
cats.
Yeah, it's either gonna be that, or if I really am just sick of the outside forever, I will just sit in a dark room and play PlayStation all day. So,
Sounds all right.
You can play Resi Village, just came out. I finished watching the entire walkthrough because I'm unable to play it.
do you think I'm gonna be in any condition to learn a new game? I think it's basically gonna be.
Jake, it's
Which
exactly
game is
like the
basically one button?
other Resident Evils. You don't have enough bullets and everybody's out to get you and there's zombies and scare the shit out of you.
That sounds it sounds great, but it also sounds like not what
I mean, I have not played it. I've watched 8 hours of a walkthrough, so.
I still haven't done Final Fantasy the remake thingy bob.
Oh, but you know how that one
Start
goes,
playing.
so.
Yeah. No, whatever.
So since this is the last one, oh, go on. What were you going to say?
Yeah.
No, go
No,
on.
I think I was going to lead on to the same thing you were doing.
Oh, I was going to say, thank you for having us, and probably all the other guests would say the same thing. This has been a lot of fun from our point of view, but I'm sure you'd like to say something to wrap up, probably.
Something meaningful.
Something meaningful, like
No pressure.
Or you don't
How are
have
you-
to,
Like,
and we
How
can
are
do
you
it for
going
you
to,
if you
how
want.
are you going to cure cancer with the money that you've
You wanna
raised?
go past us?
I
Sorry, we're being a bit slow.
I feel like I'm having flashbacks to
Okay,
your wedding, Francis, where you declared that I was making a speech. All of a
He
sudden,
did.
out of nowhere.
He'd written one. I didn't know he'd written one.
I had written one, but then my phone died and I couldn't get the notes. Anyway, what should I say? So there's actually been an incredible amount of donations today. I haven't had time to go and thank people individually. I will, because I have been doing that so far. It was 8,000 last time checked, which is just incredible. That's a couple of thousand a day. Like I said, there's the GitHub. Somewhere between $2,000 and $4,000 to go into that, and then there's the Google $10,000. That's like, I mean,
That's great.
It's,
Yeah,
absolutely incredible.
That's
amount of money,
amazing,
like,
Jake.
Yeah.
Good job.
it's a really fantastic effort from everyone, really.
Yeah, incredibly thankful for everyone who's donated. But also, like you say, there's like the folks who've been on these calls. Like I say, I was sort of when we started doing this every hour, I was like,
What have we
Do you know
done?
yeah, I could do without it.
Yeah.
But it's actually kind of really, it's actually really kept my spirits up. And it's been, fuck me, there's a really, really muddy bit.
Go on. If you could
Okay,
just fall
sorry.
in the mud about now, I think that would really finish things off beautifully.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it has really kept my spirits up. It's like I kind of realized that there were patches where I was like really struggling, like with leg pain, and then I realized, oh, hang on, in the last 20 minutes while I was talking to like Mariko or whoever, like I was like, oh, hang on, I had noticed the leg pain through that time, so I think
Yeah.
it's like it's really helped.
Mhm.
So yeah, thank you.
Yes, that's what I was looking
You're
for. I was
welcome,
looking for a
Jake.
thank you.
Because you have done the biggest stint out of anyone between you.
The Chuckle Sisters are always here for you, Jake.
Yeah. And,
Okay, well, yeah.
that's the best speech I can do while navigating that amount of mud.
No, that I think
So-
that was very good, very challenging, Annika, of you. Very good. Tell us where you are, mile-wise, kilometer-wise, sorry.
Absolutely no idea.
Have you
I
hit
think
69 yet?
Might have even done that and not noticed.
Okay, so
it's
we're
been
somewhere
really
around the
just kind of
70 mark.
brain off. Brain off
Less
walking
than
has been
less
the
than
order of the
1/3
day.
to go.
Yep. So
Absolutely.
good luck on the last 30 to you and the gang.
Yes, thank you very much. There's some big old hills in the last section.
Oh, you'll be all right.
I'll
Headphones
post some
in.
pictures, guys.
Headphones in, stamp
Absolutely.
on.
All kill no fill up.
Absolutely.
No time.
Some loud music. And yeah, so shall we
Let's wrap it up there.
We'll see you on
Yeah.
the flip side.
We'll see you on the
let's
Twitters.
leave it.
Good luck. Looking forward to the final score on the time.
Absolutely. I mean, we're not running for time on this one. It is just a cheat. Just finishing it.
Jake,
You'll
slowest
be you'll
Slowest
finish.
wins.
You'll be there.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll definitely do a video across the finish line if my phone battery has survived that long. So yeah.
Do it to
Thank you very
the
much,
fields
thank you.
of gold or whatever. The dun 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 dun. The chariots of fire. There you go. Do a montage.
Oh. Dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun.
Yeah, you've got
absolutely.
you've got 30 kilometers to write your finale speech now. So
And there won't be so much mud there, so it's that's much easier. Oh, all right then.
okay.
Thank you.
Alrighty
Thank you to
then.
everyone who donated. I will head down and get this thing done. Just like
Bye.
Bye.
that.
Good luck.
Ta-ra.